All right. Hello and welcome everyone to the second community call for Ignite in 2024. I will turn on my camera so you can see me. Hi and welcome everyone. My name is Tobias Schwarz. I'm Solutions Engineer at Ignite, and today I'm going to walk you through the latest month or general updates about Ignite CLI, about Ignite apps, and the ecosystem in general. So I'm very happy to have you all here and to be going through these updates. So what happened in the last month? Maybe you've seen the last community call more or less 1 month ago. And in the last month, we've prepared a couple of great items for you. So we have released the new Ignite version 28.2. We found a few bugs that we solved for you, but also we come with a couple of new features, which is, for example, the official NFT module support. Thanks a lot, Julian, for helping us out to now support the official NFT module. You will find this module in github.com/cosmos/cosmos SDK/x/NFT. There you can read all the details. I'm not walking you through the code right now. I guess if you're curious, just check out how this exactly works. We are doubling down this year on community building. So we have made a lot of changes on our Discord. Feel free to join the Discord and start chatting about developments, about questions you have, about the ecosystem in general. What is Cosmos? How does it work? How do modules and the modular design of the Cosmos SDK work? How does the whole ecosystem of IBC work? So feel free to chat about all these things, and there is no stupid questions. Come in and talk with us about all these topics. We are excited, so we love to talk about these things. We are preparing more tutorials and educational material for you. That means there'll be plenty of tutorials that we have in preparation that you can go through and learn how to develop different kind of applications with the Ignite CLI, but also all around how blockchains work. So you'll learn about how to maintain a blockchain once you're live, how to build a community, how to have the best settings for your blockchain so you don't have to worry about downtime or any other things. We can install Ignite with Brew. So that means with a simple Brew install Ignite, you'll be started to go on any Mac. Apart from that, we are doubling down on the app system this year. The app system will solve a lot of problems for developers. It will give you a lot of insights and will help you build the best blockchains, but also have the best feature sets that exactly fits your needs. For this, we have created 5 example apps that help you understand the whole template design of how apps works, but also give you kind of indications of how to best work with apps going forward. We have a lot of initiatives this year around apps. There is Wasm app. If you are curious and want to check out how exactly apps work, I will show you real quick the whole GitHub page. I hope you can read that well. I will increase the font size a little bit. So in here, you will find different apps, which is the Explorer app, the Hermes app, the integration app, marketplace app, and the 5 examples I've just been talking about. If you scroll down, you will see we want community to build their own apps. So just spin up your own repository, let us know about the app you're working on. And then if you've Ignite installed, with a simple Ignite app install, you can install specific apps from our Ignite, but also from kind of every repository that hosts an Ignite app. And Frank will in a little bit show you how exactly this will work. How to create your own app, this is also explained in here. You will find the 5 example apps: Chain Info, Flags, Health Monitor, Hello World, and Hooks. I will talk a little bit about this, but also together with Frank show you how exactly these work. We also work on ICS chains. I'm not sure. So if you go to pull request, every developer probably knows more or less how to navigate through GitHub. In pull request, you will find unfinished work or works that's under review. In here, you will see 2 already submitted Wasm community apps, but also we are working on our own official Wasm integration app, and this is Danilo who's working on this. Shout out to Danilo. He's doing a great work. So if you want to check this out, just make sure to check out on GitHub this branch and then try it out. You can do more so. ICS will work a little bit different, and this is why you will not find it here. ICS also needs changes in the core CLI, obviously, because the host chain is a little bit different from the default chain that we scaffold. Therefore, the CLI needs changes, and then we will provide an app for you to create also the according chains for ICS. What we also want to help with is getting you stronger with IBC. Last community call was actually extremely insightful. And I've again forgot to say in the beginning, please, you feel free to interrupt me if you have questions, if you want to note something. This call is open, it's a community call, so feel free to interrupt me. I don't have content for a whole hour to fill, so I actually need you to ask questions and participate in this call. Therefore, yeah, feel free to interrupt me and talk about Ignite together. Yeah, we want to help you build better and stronger IBC apps. This means we will surely have something in planning right now. So for how we can do that, how we can help with IBC. And in the last call, as I was just saying, a community member told us we are not using the IBC scaffolding template correctly, which is right. And therefore, we don't support it perfectly, but we will adjust. And someone from the team is already looking into this. But also, I think we can help on more fronts than the scaffolding middleware. I have prepared at least one app right now. I might show you today, if we have a bit of time, about tracking apps and how I think tracking apps will help you solve certain problems with your blockchain. Testing apps, I imagine, will be a lot of apps around testing your blockchain, and surely the 5 example apps. So let's just dive into it. I give Frank the room. Frank, if you want to share your screen and show us an example of how to install and start an app. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Tobias. Really appreciate that. Here, let me go ahead and turn on a screen share. Let's see. I don't want that to be. Just gonna do my entire screen. Sorry. All right, let me just close out of this. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Oh, okay, great. Here, let me just get this a little bit bigger. Sorry. So I'm pretty excited about apps and their functionality and everything that they allow you to do. Let me just open that up a bit. Sorry, for some reason it wasn't allowing me just to show my Bash terminal window. So I have Ignite already installed in my system here. And just to show you, when I type Ignite help, you can see a list of what's available, subcommands for it. And you'll notice here, there's only a handful of them. And what I really like about apps is apps effectively allow you to add further functionality here, as I'm going to show you. So let me just clear out of that. And if, thank you, Tobias, for showing the GitHub page where that was on. Let me do this. Here we go. So with this command, ignite app install, the GFAG is to install it globally. And here's the path to that apps. And as you can see, we're in the apps examples directory, and here's hello world. So if I go ahead and enter there, that'll get fetched, will get installed. And it says it's successfully been added. And so now if I type ignite help, you will see, if we go down here, that the Hello World functionality app has now been added to Ignite. And we can test that out by one command. Ignite hello/world. And as you can see, There it goes. All right, so maybe that doesn't impress you that much, but at least it shows you that there's functionality. So let's try a more difficult one, or something that has
Did you
a
try
little bit more.
the cow example?
Oh, I should have done the cow one. Sorry, that would have been a better one. My apologies. Here's another one though. Ignite app install, examples chain info, and as you can see, normally it doesn't take too long to install these. But as I think I mentioned before, kind of sky's the limit on what you can do with these. Basically, use your imagination. There's a lot of potential additional functionality that can be added to Ignite. And as you can see, chain info has successfully been added to my installation of Ignite globally. And then in order to do that, I'm just going to clear out of that and type in Ignite. Here, let me see if I can make this a little bigger. Here you go. Ignite chain info. Oh, yeah. One thing that I need to have happen though, if you bear with me just real quick, I need to actually have a chain up and running for that to work. So I'm going to hit Ignite chain serve on. I already have the blog one has been installed, so this will only take a second. But once this is open, running, and active, then it should be able to show you the details for this. And I did make one tiny mistake here. I should have actually CD'd into my blog directory when running that command. Otherwise, it might not give me the information that I want. This is building the blockchain. Normally, this doesn't take all too long. Please bear with me. There we go. Now we're up and running. And I can, I type in the Ignite chain info and then the just info command, you should see it puts out what version I'm using, the app path, if it's initialized, and also its binary and the config file path there. So as you can imagine, you can have even more information possibly populated back by creating a different app or forking this app and adding functionality to it. But I think you all get the idea. So thank you, and thank you, Tobias, for allowing me the opportunity to present here. And I will give the floor back to you.
Thank you. So I wanted to show a little bit of the different apps, because I think thanks a lot to Ethan and Geronimo who brought this to us. Each of those apps serves a specific purpose. Obviously, the Hello World that Frank shows very basic information, but there is one specifically on flags. If you go into this one, it will explain you a little bit more about how flags work and how they are eventually integrated into your app, and how they are wired together in the main.go file, and how exactly you are expected to work with flags. Here you will see kind of the traditional wrap and framework for an app about manifest. Executing, this is actually where the final execution takes place, where your core logic sits. There is hooks, pre and post hooks or cleanup hook, and your typical Golang main function. And if you would check into hooks, then actually Ethan has taken some time to actually kind of explain a little bit on how hooks are expected to work. Feel free to look through them and see how exactly all of these hooks and templates work. Yeah, I've already explained a little bit on WASM and ICS. I also want to show you a little bit. I've also tried to create my own app, and maybe you've seen a command line interface before that I've created, which is called Gex. And I've actually designed it a little bit similar to to that one, so I'll quickly kind of go into it and show this one to you. See, I just can't get a change to run right now. Right. I know why. For a user question that I just had, I have installed an old version of Ignite, and I need to reset my system real quick. Bear with me 1 minute. Maybe you can give me some time with asking an interesting questions if you have some.
Did you come up with the design for Blocky yourself?
Yes.
Okay. So you asked for graphic design.
Love Blocky. He's awesome.
Yeah, I was
Very
saying
cute.
he reminds me of the paperclip.
Oh yeah, Blocky is the
Yeah.
character you see in the bottom right of my slides.
Yeah.
And I've actually built a chain around, an app around that. See, now I'm trying to bring it to life.
Tobias, if you want me to do the Gex one, I'm happy to. Up to you.
1 second.
I don't mind waiting, but if it's up to you, no big deal.
I don't have it installed. I could try it. If you have it installed, you can show it real quick.
Just a moment here. No, I would need to install it, but it'll take all of 20 seconds to install it probably. There we go.
All right.
Okay for me to go ahead and do that? I can do
Yes.
a screen share. Okay, I will. Just a moment. Bear with me.
I guess from people who are here, has anyone tried using or working with Ignite apps?
Hi guys, do you mean Ignite plugins? Sorry.
Yes, they've been renamed to apps.
Actually, I am the person who developed Ignite app for WasMD plugin, but actually I'm here to see how the process is going right now.
Which one did you do? The first or like
Actually,
two?
my spouse and we are trying to build a WasMD plugin, which is actually we had. It is working on Cosmos. It is working on Cosmos version 0.47, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Right
yes, I've
now,
seen that.
we need to see how is it going, and if it is working, we will try to use it for newest version of Cosmos, which depends on dep inject and other stuff.
Yeah, right. We're figuring out the same problems right now. We've seen the pull request, but it's hard to merge it when we are on version 0.50 of the Cosmos SDK. So yeah, we're also trying to help and solve this problem. Thanks a lot for the submission.
Thank you. It's just about if you tell that it is okay and it is going to be merged, we will try to look for the newest version and try to implement that. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, so I think I figured out what was wrong. I was adding the HTTPS in front of it. Can you see that now? So I've installed the Explorer app. I'm going to go ahead and CD into my blog.
Yeah, you don't need it for gigs.
And then I am going to show you that the Explorer has actually been started. So we should be able to see it here. There it is at the bottom. So what I'm going to do next is just show you one thing real quick. So I'll type in Ignite Explorer, and I always like to see what subcommands are available. And you'll see here that there is one command, and it is gex. And for those of you who don't know, Tobias built this. I used that for the first time without Ignite like 6 months ago, and it's quite cool, as you're about to see. So I've seeded into the blog chain. Do I need to be in blog, Tobias, for it to actually even work, or could I do it from anywhere?
Yeah.
Oh,
anyway.
okay, great. There we go. And as you can see, it's saying network health is good. I'm running on the network blog. Latest block 50859. Wow, it's doing about 1 a second. You could see the average time between the two of them. Transactions, if submitted, should show up here. And the chain currently running on one validator. So yeah, it's a pretty cool block explorer for it to check your network health. And props to Tobias for creating this and integrating it with Ignite. Very impressive. All right, I'll give the floor back to you. If there's anything else you want to comment about this, please feel free
if you want to see how this looks on a real network, the original gex implementation, you can choose flags in order to, for example, use a public node, and then you can see on that, like any chain you like, all the information you'd see, all transactions in live stream, how much gas they're consuming, etc. The whole purpose of gex, and also for the tool I'm about to show you, is to kind of reveal what's happening under the hood. So I'll share my whole screen. You will see, I hope it's not too wide, I hope you can see stuff. You will see this call, obviously, but then also I have this terminal window, which has an Ignite chain serve running, and I have created an app that is called Blocky. You would install it the same way that you've seen with Frank right now. This sits on my personal GitHub right now, so you would have to go to github.com/torchdev/blocky in order to install it, and then you'd get a similar experience to. Then you do install and Ignite Blocky. Sorry, I hope it's installed now. It needs a little bit bigger window. But then it is designed in a similar way like gex is, and the whole idea that is behind those interfaces is this is in real time. So I started this blockchain right now with 6 seconds timeout commit. You will see this adjusting over time. This is calculating in real time as the blocks are coming in. You would see kind of everything around your block, and this is the entire goal. I also show myself, I forgot to turn on my video. So the idea behind this is, and I have 2 more apps planned in this way. One is for block, one is for transaction, and one is for shooting transactions on a blockchain, but I'm preparing those for hopefully next week. For example, in these windows, you would see gas limited, gas max is unlimited, and you would also see the reason why in this block detail is in consensus parameter updates, max gas is set to -1, which is unlimited. This means you can stuff unlimited gas into any block, unlimited amount of transaction until bytes is full, and bytes is set to this 22 million, which would be 22 megabyte. And therefore, you actually do support huge blocks now. And for everyone who is not aware of that, I think this tool can be a great help. But you can also see all block headers. I'm trying to kind of structure the block a little bit for you, so you have an overview of the kind of every item of the block on the left side, and on the right side you have a raw data dump. So everything your block contains you would see in this window, and this is in real time for every block that's coming into your blockchain, also if there's transaction included, etc. I'd love to bring the same interface to you for transactions, and this should help you understand kind of the match of transactions flowing in, blocks catching this, and how much space do you have left, how much gas space, how much byte space do you have left, and if you have your blocks properly configured. This is the whole goal of this exercise and why I'm building these apps. And there will surely be more helpful apps for you to scaffold, to find maybe better parameters and configuration for your relayers or IBC. So really, this is all open source. I hope you, this is maybe some inspiration for you to build cool apps. This is my first try. I hope I'll be also able to build more helpful apps in the future. But yeah, so much about this. I hope I find the right window now to come back to this meeting. All right, another important information I wanted to go to give you about apps is actually Ethan has taken a lot of time when developing those examples, and you should not only read through the commands and what he's did, but also through the integration, because he's helped in every app. He's built integration apps for you to make sure that your apps works the way it's expected. Especially, I think this would be most helpful in, for example, the flags, because how to test flags as well, how to include them in your tests, but also for probably mocking API or different path that your chain is expecting. Yeah, I hope 2024 becomes a great year for apps. I think it's extremely easy to use and extremely easy to build your own app. And I'm just expecting you to go as wild as you can on this. That's already for my content, half an hour in. I hope you enjoyed those updates, and we have some time for questions and answers.
Tobias, I had a question. My name's Thomas.
Hi, Thomas.
Hi, and I am new to the ecosystem and the Cosmos SDK. I saw that there's a module like for IBC to make the app chain IBC compatible, but I also see that when we scaffold modules, we can add a flag to make it IBC compatible as well. So if I have like an idea or a concept and I want it to be IBC compatible and able to work with like different app chains in the Cosmos ecosystem, would I need to do both steps, like have the IBC module and also the custom module that I want to create, use the IBC flag with that too?
So you can have your blockchain IBC enabled, even though your module is not when you scaffold. Actually, if I would recommend not to scaffold with the --IBC flag to start with, because this way you would build
the module, or not to scaffold the app?
Not to scaffold it with IBC. So how IBC works, I will show this. Let's see if I have this. IBC Go. Let's see if I find a good place to discuss this. Because where are the... So there's different modules within IBC itself. And then in order for IBC to work, let's say there's one module which is called IBC transfer. And this enables transferring tokens from one chain to the other. And now both blockchains would need to have the IBC transfer module in order to accept those transactions using the IBC transfer module. If you develop your own module with IBC, that means the other chain would need to have the same module in order to use those IBC module interactions and messages. If you want to use the general IBC, which means you send tokens from your chain to another, then you don't develop your own module, but you use the existing modules. Does that make sense, Thomas?
Absolutely. Awesome.
Okay.
And then what about the IBC? Like, I think I've seen a separate IBC module.
Yeah, there's different modules that would allow for different functionalities. There's at least channel management, which is one, and IBC transfer, which would be another.
Okay. Okay. Awesome.
And
Thank you.
yeah, they're working on more to allow more functionalities for sure.
Okay. Okay. So just to make sure, I'll repeat just to make sure I'm understanding correctly. there's not like a specific module to quote unquote make my app chain IBC compatible. I should just use like existing modules that are IBC compatible themselves.
No, not really. So wait, let me find a. I'll share my screen. So this would be kind of a quite fresh without. Does it have a module? Yeah, this is scaffold with a module, but without IBC. Without the dash create module dash IBC flag. Eventually, you still find in your app.go, you still find IBC related modules that your app already has, so it can use IBC transfer. IBC transfer is something that is unrelated to your module. If you do develop some logic within your app module, you still have a token on your chain that can use IBC, totally unrelated from what's going on in your module, right? You can deal with tokens in your module, you can deal with pools, DEXs, whatever you want, and still use kind of the native IBC transfer of tokens to another chain. Does that make sense, or do I understand something wrong?
Yeah, yes, that makes sense. Awesome, thank you.
Okay. The problem with, well, not the problem, the difficulty with developing your own IBC module is that in order for, you would invent new messages that IBC can transfer, and in order for the other chain to accept those messages, they would need the exact same module on their chain. And a lot of times it would be difficult to convince other chains to install your IBC module.
Understood.
Okay, great. Tosin, you've raised a hand.
Yeah, hi. So I've contributed a bit to the CLI, but I have not really explored the apps a lot, and I've seen some things about the marketplace. So I wanted to understand what that was, what that is a bit more. Is it like an app that could be potentially added, or is it like a marketplace for all the apps themselves?
Yeah, it's intended to be a marketplace for the Ignite apps themselves.
Okay, so I haven't really seen a lot of documentation on it. Is that in progress, or I just haven't discovered it?
You mean about documentation about the marketplace?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not released yet. There first going to be a couple more apps created, and then we'll make sure to properly launch the marketplace. But you've found it on our GitHub, which is great. I think we can certainly need all the help and feedback as well for making a great product. So if you have any feedback already, let us know. But yeah, it's not launched yet, and but we'll properly build some documentation around it and a proper announcement message then.
Okay, makes sense. Thanks.
Cool. Michelle.
Yep. Not related to apps, but maybe worthwhile. I don't know, Tobias, if people have heard about the new roles and options to like
True.
promote oneself within the Ignite Discord community.
Yes. Let me share, see if I can share my Discord.
We just had one from Raul.
I can't share my Discord right now. Wait. Can you see my Discord screen?
Yep.
Yes, we've put a lot of work into our Discord server, and one thing that will tremendously help us with our productivity on Discord and helping you have great experience on Discord is that we have the V6 bot, which will allow us to have an experience system. So you will gain experience with every message that you post and therefore raise levels. And we have a lot of new roles, which are 8 roles in total. Part of this is the Code Sherlock that you can gain. The Code Sherlock is gained when you are showing skills in navigating the Ignite CLI or app code, and then help to create a bug report either on here or on GitHub. There is more roles related to sharing news and information around the ecosystem. There's more roles related around knowing stuff of the Cosmos SDK, etc. Find out which roles there are, gain them. Fact Wizard, Code Sherlock has all been already given out, so feel free to share knowledge, be part of the community, and you can gain some cool stuff in the future. Good point. Thank you, Michelle. So if there's no more new questions, I guess we'll wrap up for this month. And I hope to see you all next month in March to the next community call. We'll prepare amazing content for you and new features in Ignite. See you then.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.